Back again with another video. This is the one I was going to work on yesterday, but ran out of time. This is a 1975-76 New York Nets program. This is the final year of the ABA, and I don't quite remember who they play in this game, but I'm not positive yet. Schaefer, Circle of Sports, Nassau Downs, the New York Nets, Winston Cigarettes, Roy Bowe, who owned the Nets and would later sell Julius Erving, Kevin Lockery, who had his most success coaching the Nets, well-traveled NBA coach. Okay, there's a new one. Trainer Fritz Massaman, sorry. Army ROTC. The Nets prospectus talking about the upcoming season. The Nets would win the final ABA championship of this year, by the way. Dave Cowens lounging around in some very small shorts and avoid basketball. New ABA commissioner, former NBA great Dave DeBusschere. There's the final stats for the 1974-75 Nets. There's some of the New York Islanders who played in the same building, the Nassau Coliseum. There's a in memorial for Wendell Ladner, who was a fine and player and a character, from what I've read in the ABA Loose Balls oral biography. Ladner died in a plane crash before that season. Some of the Nets, Swen Nader, who was famous for being the first ever first-round draft pick that never started a college game, because at college at UCLA, he was Bill Walton's backup. Super John Williamson. Al Skinner, who would later become the head coach at Boston College in Rhode Island, I believe. Kim Hughes, who was one of the several terrible players that were traded for by the Ted Stepien Cavaliers. Brian Taylor, a point guard, all ABA player. And of course, Julius Erving. If you don't know who that is, then what the hell are you watching this for? Rich Jones. The schedule, and then the ABA all-league teams of all time. And there was the highs for a game in a previous season. Dr. J had scored 63 points once during the previous season. Nets Club Records, ABA Coach of the Year. There they use the old New York Nets jersey, or logo, I should say. For the AMC Jeep for the New York Islanders, Chico Rush, who is now the color analyst on the radio and very popular with the New Jersey Devils, which are not that far away. The all ABA rookie teams. We always have to look at these. Official New York Nets souvenirs, where you can buy basketball bank for $1.50, basketball player of vinyl rubber $1.50, pennant $1.25. Net basketball $6, and adult sweatshirt $6.50. But if you notice, just I'm good with the talk. Back even in the 70s, it was hard a lot of times to even find extra large clothing. If you look at a lot of this stuff, it would be small, medium, and large. Don't tell me America isn't getting bigger. There's that Hondo Havlicek that we saw in yesterday's program with the jersey on backwards. Okay, they were playing the Kentucky Colonels, which explains double why I bought this. Colonels were my favorite team in the ABA, even though the ABA folded when I was 7, 8 years old. Some New York Net team records, career highs, coaching records. Yes, that is Lou Carnesecca, the former coach of St. John's, who went from St. John's to the Nets and then back to St. John's. ABA standings for the history of the league, except for the final season, because they're in the midst of it. I was about to say more cigarette ads, but it legitimately is more cigarette ads. ABA rules you should know that they had that the NBA did not with the ABA basketball. a score game. It's the ABA rookie crop, the best ever. Well, David Thompson certainly was. Kim used the super throw-in. Nets spotlight. There's some action albums, some spots there. A lot of advertisements here. Budget Rent-A-Car, the official car rental service of the New York Nets and the New York Islanders. Roy Bowe owned both teams, so that made a lot of sense. So there was a lot of crossover at that particular time with Roy Bowe owning both teams. Dairy Barn with a little kid dribbling. A lot of commercials. There's the diagram for the Nassau Veterans Coliseum, which has now been renovated and is still being used, but not by a professional team. Now that the Nets have, or the Islanders have moved to a new arena near Belmont Park. The ABA sleeps here. The Long Island Expressway. The Rustler Steakhouse. The New York Nets lifetime records versus opponents. A little short history of the Nets, which started as a lovely, lovely vehicle. All the AMC Hornet Sportabout. That is lovely. You know, take the red off that and replace it with green, and you could have the Wagon Queen family truckster from the vacation movies. Ajax Cleanser on the court or number one. And scantily clad, I'm assuming secretary, and a real lazy ass on so, and of course you have to have a Zenith ad for a television or a stereo. So, this program's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of a fold at the upper right corner to carry through most of it, but I can't argue, and won't argue too much. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back with one at another date. Hit that subscribe button if any of this interests you, for the 5 or 6 people out there that it does. So until next time, thanks for watching.